Hey everybody. So let's jump into chapter 4. We are going to talk about cell metabolism. So cell metabolism, same idea. And really the question that we have to be asking ourselves is, why do we eat food? So why do I even bring that up, right? We're talking about metabolism. So why am I asking about food? Because metabolism is, for lack of a better way of saying it, it's basically about your food. All right. Um, for two reasons. One reason that most people know about, what you may have thought about when I first said, why do we eat food? It's for energy, right? So we eat food because there's energy in our food and we need energy in order to survive. All right. If we were a car, we would need gasoline, right? We need our energy. But our food is more than just energy. Our food is what builds us, is what makes us who we are. Um, and that cliche, you are what you eat, is a real thing. So, why do we eat food? It's in part for energy as well as building ourselves. Some terms to remember from last week or from the last video. There are three biomolecules that we need, that we use for fuel and that we use to build ourselves. We have carbohydrates, right? So carbo is for carbon, hydrate is for water, carbohydrate. We have lipids. They're made of the same three elements. Lipids are made of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. And these are going to be our fats and our oils. And lastly, our proteins. Proteins are made of the same three things: carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, as well as nitrogen. So that's the one odd one, right? If you remember from last week, carbohydrates we eat for quick energy, lipids we eat for short term energy, amongst other things, right? We do use these as building blocks as well for many different fats in the body. They have a number of roles. So if you don't remember, just head back to the previous video. And then proteins, which that little nitrogen makes it a perfect building block for amino acids and proteins that build every part of our body. Once again, if you're interested, you can go back to the previous videos to see more detail on that. So why are we bringing all this up? Because metabolism, I like to look at it like an equation. All right, metabolism is catabolism plus anabolism. If you remember these terms from the previous chapters, catabolism, think of it like the cat. Cats break things down, they destroy things. And then anabolism is when you add things back together. So, in other words, metabolism is the breakdown of our food as well as the building up of our body. All right. So, in other words, how well can you take your food and use it, both for energy and for building you? All right. So, this chapter is going to talk about cellular respiration as well as fermentation. These are both catabolic processes. So, the main focus here is going to be about the catabolic processes of breaking our food down so we can obtain energy. Specifically, what is energy called in our body? It is ATP. In the next video, we'll talk about what ATP is and how we make it.